Hi everyone, welcome to my Let's Play of Space Quest 3, The Pirates of Pestilon. A little bit of background information. I'm Hux, and I've done Let's Plays of the first two. If you haven't watched them or missed the last couple or something, I'll just fill in the background. We're aimlessly floating through space after defeating Vohall at his massive asteroid fortress. And we went to sleep in a sleep chamber because our oxygen was running out, unfortunately. So we're basically floating through outer space. So, just type in SQ3 and start up the program. For anyone who's familiar with the Space Quest music, they've slowed this one down. Unfortunately, I can't play it because I don't have the right setup, but they've slowed it down. It's more of a funeral dirge now. It's not as upbeat and motivating and lifting as it was before. But, you know, you can hum your own hero music. Space Quest 3, The Pirates of Pestilon. Made in 1989 by Sierra Online Incorporated. The graphics are heaps better in this one, too. There's the two guys from Andromeda flashing up on the screen with some names, which I'm not going to try. And we'll get another list of credits. There we go. There's a whole lot of new features and stuff in this one, which I'll show you when we start the game, rather than trying to explain them. It has been an indeterminate amount of time since Roger Wilco rocketed away from Vohall's burning space fortress. Time stands still for our hero in suspended animation. Its engines long spent, the small escape pod drifts aimlessly through unfamiliar star fields, its course altered many times by small asteroids and space debris. Inside, Roger lies, undisturbed in his sleep chamber, but not for long. So it's an undeterminable amount of time, but it wasn't for long, obviously. The graphics are marginally better in this one, because we have like shades of light and dark and some shadows and stuff, which is pretty cool. There's something studying us, obviously. Some kind of heat form, which is us. And, I don't know what that means, but, you know, I'm sure it's pretty cool. And we're going to get sucked up into the tractor beam. Either that or a really strong spotlight. It's a pretty cool place. The pod, considered to be nothing more than a piece of scrap, is taken aboard a robot-commanded garbage freighter. Unfortunately, these robots have no regard for organics. That's not cool. Basically, we got jolted loose here. And we'll jump down. You notice that the sounds from the pod grow softer until they are imperceptible. Having served its purpose and taxed its resources, the pod gives a final hum and shuts down. And the door closes. Alright, what we're going to do, I'm going to show you the save menu first. We have started the game, so we'll save it as started game. That's one I prepared earlier. A couple of new things. When we type, instead of having a little scroll bar down the bottom, it comes up as enter input, and we can't actually move, but I can change the letters and insert them. Control C clears it all, so that'll be useful. What else? Our inventory, instead of coming up with the whole screen, it's just a little box there. And one more thing, you can see up the top menus. Got some stuff. I'm going to be playing the speed at speed 3 for most of it, which is about this fast. I might be speeding it up and down if I can't be bothered waiting for anything. Is there anything else in here? There's a sound, which we're not going to be using because you can't hear it, and I can't really be bothered listening to it myself. So, well, I suppose we'll start our adventure. This looks pretty dingy, this place. For anyone who's watched or seen Space Quest 1, or played, that blue thing there kind of looks like the back of the bar to me. Ooh, I missed. Just that thing looks kind of like the back of the bar. I don't know. Anyway, here we are going up a conveyor belt. We got 5 points. There's 738 to collect in this game, I forgot to mention, so we got a lot of point hunting ahead of us. Then we get tipped out, and We're going to stand up and jump before we hit the garbage compactor over there, which won't be fun. This guy's obviously an acrobat, because, I mean, look at him go along that thin-as piece of wire without even batting an eyelid. The annoying thing about this game is sometimes it stops when you enter a new screen. That's very annoying. Anyway, let's enter the machine here. This thing's got a grabber. Plopping into the seat, you grasp the forward/backward control of the grabber. And I'm going to speed it up to its maximum speed. Anyway, it's got a button here. I'll show you what it does. It lowers the grabbing device. And this is where we started off, and that thing's too heavy for us to pick up, so the claw senses contact with the warp motivator, grasps it firmly, and begins the ascent back to the grabber. Just hurry that thing up a little bit. Anyway, what we want to drop it in. Well, the point of this freighter is there's a whole lot of scrap metal and parts. So we're basically going to pick the cream of the crop and build our own ship. And we're going to be using this shell here. It just needs a few parts. Sensing an adequate surface, the claw releases its cargo and begins the ascent back to the grabber unit. The object thuds into place within the cavity of the ship. Two, whatever. We'll just speed along here. We'll just exit the grabber and, whoa, jump down here. That was more of a fall than a jump. Fortunately, you come to a relatively soft landing in a pile of debris. Some sinister looking rats. You unhook the reactor and from the cheap wires. You unhook the reactor from the cheap wires and take it with you. There's some sinister looking rats, so I'm going to scoot out of here, unless we scare some of our younger viewers, if we have any. We'll climb up this ladder. Bending aside a thin piece of scrap, you find an opening into another area and climb on in. And we'll wander back up here. We'll notice the blue thing's gone, back into the ship we put it. There's our old escape pod. Some kind of tube, which we'll walk through. And this is a nice little tunnel here. Oh, hello. Pow. Biff. Thwack. Drock. I don't know. Batman style. You seem to have been mugged by some kind of large rat. As you pick loose fur from your teeth, you notice a less bulky feeling. We lost our reactor. I don't know what's more embarrassing than we got mugged by a rat. Or, I don't know, that is pretty embarrassing. I don't have anything to compare it to. That's, Also notice we haven't gotten changed from last time, which is a bit weird. He's wearing the same clothes. Anyway. We're going to get the reactor again. Yes, we unhook it again, and the light goes out. Notice this time there aren't any rats. And we're going to get the ladder too. You grab the ladder and jam it in your pocket. Ouch. Alright. I'm just going to save the game as ouch, a ladder. And stop the game here because we're running out of time soon. In the next one, we'll probably leave the ship, so hope to see you then. And thanks for watching.